All right, guys. So how is it going? Let's get started here in a second. Let me go to TikTok and get that going for a live stream on there. We are live on YouTube and obviously on TikTok, both Crypto Boss Andrew. So with that being said, let's get started. I better hit the go live button and then we'll be ready to go. Hopefully everyone's weekend is going great. Let me know how your weekend is going. And then we'll get started on this stream. So, obviously, let's look at Bitcoin first. Let's go over and look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's right now at 17.1. It looks like it's trying to make a flag. On the 4-hour chart, you're above the 200-day moving average. I like all that. Let me get Bookmap going. Bookmap is already going, so that's what I like to see. So, hold on. All right, so right now, Bookmap, let me see, make sure you guys can see that on TikTok. Bookmap right now is saying that obviously we're at 17,200. There's a lot of liquidity at 16.9, but this is really zoomed in. You have some up here at 17.5, but not much. A lot more at 16.9. So probably going to come down to 16.9 before you get a nice bounce again. Let me just zoom out a little bit more. You have a lot of liquidity, yeah, at 16.9. So if I keep zooming out, we'll kind of see where the liquidity's at. There's still a lot of liquidity down here at 15 and definitely even more at 14,000, which I don't think bulls would like to see. And you have the most around that 12,500 at level. And I don't see a lot up here. So I don't like to see that. You do have a very small amount of 18,000, but it's saying long term, the bottom is probably still not in. That's what Bookmap is saying. I hate to say that. But that's kind of what it's looking like. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go a little bit higher before you go down, but it is looking like you're going to probably go down to that $14,000 area would be the next level of support. Unless you break, until you break 17,500 for Bitcoin, you can't be bullish. But there are a few bullish things I do want to go over on Bitcoin right now. So there's several, right? The first of all one is on the 4-hour chart. You're above the 200-day moving average, which is that yellow line. So that's a good sign for the bulls. That's the first good sign. The second good sign is that you're trying to make a higher low. But I think by the time this gets oversold, you're going to have a low above 16.7, which would be a higher low. But obviously that is definitely not confirmed yet. So those would be the first two good things for a sign of a reversal. The thing I don't like to see is the daily chart is completely overbought, and it had a small rally, but it wasn't anything crazy. And you still can't get above that for like almost a month now. You can't get above that 17.5 resistance. Until you break 17.5, I'm not bullish on Bitcoin on the long term. I think if you break 17.5, Bitcoin will rip to the upside. But until you break that, you're not bullish on Bitcoin. I also think right now, I just looked at Jasmine, but Bitcoin is doing the same thing that I just looked at Jasmine. Bitcoin is flagging out right now, which that would be a bull flag, and that would be a very good sign. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now for Bitcoin for a move to the upside. Bookmap does not agree with what I'm saying right now. Bitcoin says the liquidity is lower, so we are probably going to fall to the downside. But this pattern, you break to the upside out of these bull flags 68% of the time, and the measured move would be $17,776, and that would be a move above that resistance. I also had this falling wedge back here at the beginning of this month, the first and second of this month, broke to the upside. My measured move out of this falling wedge was all the way up to 18.1. That still hasn't played out, but but technically that could still be in play. It's just taking longer to play out. So technically, I like this flag right now on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin. The 4-hour chart is saying that we do have more room to the downside, though. So, it's a risky long position to have. But that is what the chart is telling me, is that we do want to have a move above that key resistance at 17.5 to 17.8. Bookmap is, again, like I said, looking like it's probably going to have a nice dump here in the next few weeks. But right now, it doesn't mean you can't get a move before that were to happen. So short term, I would look for a move to the upside on Bitcoin based on your above the 200-day moving average, and it's flagging out, and now you're in a bull flag. So we'll see what happens, but that's my analysis. I'm looking for a pump this weekend or into next week on Bitcoin. I still don't think it goes in on the long term, but short term, a nice pump to at least 17.7 is very possible. So If you guys have coins you would like me to look at, let me know, and I'll look at them. But with that being said, appreciate the follow. How's it going, guys? So if you guys have any requests, let me know. And yeah, a Luna Classic is another coin I'm looking at. Just made a video on it before this live stream. I think if you break 17.3, Luna Classic is going to have a nice move to the upside because that's a 400-day moving average, and you're getting really tight again. So we'll see what happens, but Luna Classic is another one I would like to have on my radar. What is Jasmine doing? After Jasmine, I'll start taking requests if there's any. If not, then I guess that's that. Daily chart on Jasmine. Let me just hold on. Testing. So the daily chart on Jasmine right now is oversold. That's technically a higher low. So I do like what I'm seeing there. Let me go to the 4-hour chart and see how that looks. The 4-hour chart is overbought, nowhere near a high move higher. So to me right now, Jasmine is bearish because the 4-hour chart had basically no move at all to the upside, and you're completely overbought on the 4-hour chart, and you're well below the 200 moving average. To me, Luna Classic just looks awful. I did have someone say that 90% of the coins are in circulation now, so that's, I guess, a good thing, but I have not confirmed that. Also on the daily chart, your 200 moving average is all the way up there, 0.8 of a penny. To me, this chart looks awful. So to me, I'm still bearish on Jasmine. Also, this uptrend I had on the 4-hour chart is basically at this support line. If you go any lower, you're technically not bullish on Jasmine because you're breaking this uptrend that you've had now ever since the 22nd of last month. So what, 3 weeks now or so, almost 3 weeks. So if you lose 3.7, I would say, then this uptrend is over. So Jasmine to me is bearish, and to me you're definitely not bullish, at least until you break this resistance at 434. So that's what bulls have to beat to be bullish on Jasmine. Until then, you're not bullish. And if you break 3.7, like I said, then it's gonna if you break 3.7, then the next stop is 3.59. If you break 3.59, it's going to have a capitulation much, much lower. So be careful, be safe, but I'm looking for a huge dump on Jasmine continuing to happen. So I would not be long on Jasmine right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, appreciate if you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So I just thought I'd make a quick video on Jasmine because I'm already going live. Why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? But now, if you guys have any requests, I'll look at them. So I mean, if there's no request, then I guess I'll wrap up the live stream. I appreciate you guys for joining. Elon 1, what am I thinking on Elon 1? Let me go look at Elon 1. Dex tools. I don't know. Let me go look at the chart. Elon 1. All right, so Elon 1, what's it at? I mean, I know there's like no volume on this coin. What is the volume? $1.4 thousand. But it's in a massive downtrend. They keep saying they're launching stuff. Man, I don't know. I want to be bullish on it because I have a friend that's invested in this still, and I feel bad. But it doesn't seem like people. It's still sticking around because the volume is still there. It's hardly anything, but there are people still trading this. Not many, but I can't be bullish on this until I see a marketplace, though. So I'll leave it at that. I cannot be bullish on Elon 1 until I see a marketplace because that's just, I can't be. I mean, it's been over a year and a half. I don't know when they're launching. They keep saying it's going to happen. It never does. So until I see a marketplace, I'm not bullish on it. I think when the marketplace comes out, this thing will do really well. People still care about it. Or maybe the marketplace will come out and won't do anything because people are so bored of waiting, no one will care about it. I think that's unlikely, but I do think we'll see a nice spike if the marketplace eventually comes out. I just don't know when that's going to happen. And to me, I wouldn't want to hold a coin not knowing if it's going to be a month until it comes out, a day until it comes out, or a year or 2 years until it comes out. I want some more transparency for the team. I never got that, so that's why I'm not invested in it right now. But if the marketplace comes out, trust me, I would be interested in purchasing it again. I don't care if it's way higher prices. At least then I would have some confirmation of what's going on. So to me right now, I would not buy Elon 1 personally until I see a marketplace. That's just my thoughts on Elon 1. And I guess I'll just leave it at that. So if there's any other requests, let me know. Otherwise, that's kind of all I got for this live stream. I appreciate you guys coming around. I am live every single Saturday at 3 p.m. Central Time and every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So that will be our next time we'll be live is in just over 3 days. Sunday, Monday, 3 days and 5 hours, or just under that now. But if you guys enjoyed this video, I appreciate if you like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream if there's no other request. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys, for coming through. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And you're welcome, Alex. All right.